Okay, new chapter, but still hanging on to circles. Equations of circles. So to write equations of circles and graph circles given the center and the radius. Okay, so here's the equation. X minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. The center, always go opposite. So the center is at hk. So name the center and radius of each circle. Right? So x minus 3, there's our x. And remember, always go opposite, because this is really y minus negative 4. And the formula is a subtraction formula, so this is negative 4. Or if you think about going opposite, the opposite of plus 4 is minus 4. It's whatever works for you. And then square root of this is 12. Okay? So, again, this is really x minus negative 2. So that's going to be negative 2. This, technically, we don't write it this way, is y minus 0. So that's going to be 0. But if ever you see x squared or y squared, it's just 0. And then the radius is the square root of 20. Remember, though, to simplify this, this is square root of 4 times square root of 5. So that makes it 2 radical 5. So as we said for this one, it's just going to be 0 for x, 8 for y, square root of 18, 9 and 2, so the radius is 3 root 2. Now this one is not in proper form yet. So this bad boy needs to be over here, and in front actually. So we're going to have to add x plus 5 squared. So what we have is x plus 5 squared plus y plus 1 squared equals 225. And now, opposite of 5 is negative 5. Opposite of 1 is negative 1. And the square root of 25 is 15. Okay, write the equation in a circle. Now we're going the opposite way. So if you want, like we've done in the past, write the skeleton first and then fill it in. So x minus 1, then negative 4, and if you want, you could write this as y plus 4 squared. Either one's fine. And then 3 squared is 9. Okay, number 2. Remember, when we see 0, that's just going to be x squared plus y minus 5 squared equals, well, we need a calculator, so we take the calculator and do 1.85 squared. Which is 3.4225. Centered at the origin. That means both of these are 0. And the radius is 18. Because remember, we square the radical, it cancels out the radical. And last but not least, centered at 3, negative 2. So that's going to be x minus 3 squared plus, remember, you can write y minus negative 2 or y, go right to this, But r squared is 12. So we just put the 12 in there. Because it's giving us r squared this time, not just r. You have to pay attention to the little things. Okay, graph the equation. So the center, we look here, it's going to be 3 and negative 2. So we go up 3, out right 3, down 2, there's our center, equals 4. So we need to take the square root of 4, which is 2. And so we just basically go right 2, up 2, left 2, down 2 from the center, and do our best to make a circle. Graph the equation. So again, this is going to be minus 4, this is going to be 1. So another thing to pay attention to is, this is our x, this is our y. So x, remember, goes in front. I missed this the first time, I wasn't paying attention. So 1 is my x and negative 4 is my y. The radius is the square root of 9, which is 3. So 1, negative 4 is down here. And we go 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and a little bit off there, 3. And try to make the best circle that we can. Now, notice on this one, it's not in the proper format. We need to divide everything by 2, which is going to give us y plus 1 squared, negative 1 for y, I'm going to move this in front, x minus 3 squared, which gives us 3 for x, equals 36. So you got to pay attention to a few things. One, we got to get rid of the 2's, and also the fact that these 2 need to switch places. X always goes first. So our center is at 3, negative 1, and our square root of 36 is 6. So this is going to be off 1 here. And off 1 here. But we can see that's a horrible circle. But there you go. Alright, so trying with this one. To write the equation of a circle, we need the center and radius. Well, that's screwing up. Love the smart board. Alright. So below we have the center and a point. We can use the distance formula to find the radius or just count if it's horizontal or vertical. So again, what is the center? Well, it's over here at negative 2, negative 3. That's going to be our center. Which will right over here, but I'm writing both. And we have a point at negative 2, negative 1. Now, if this was a normal, more difficult problem, and it wasn't directly above, we would have to use the distance formula between these 2 points. But, didn't make it too difficult on you, all we have to do is count up 2 spaces and find out the radius is 2. Now once again, if this was a more challenging problem and you were given a point on the circle here, there was a decimal or diagonal from it, where you couldn't exactly count horizontally or vertically, you would use the distance formula on these 2 points. We don't have to here. And now we're ready to go. And if you want, remember, I don't know why I did that. You can set up your, like this, and fill in the blanks. So it's always going to be x minus, and we're going to look at the x of the center, which is negative 2, and y minus, and we look at y in the center, which is negative 3. And then we take the radius and we square it, and it's going to look like that. Now, to clean it up, combine those and make it x plus 2 squared plus y plus 3 y minus negative 3 squared, that's perfectly fine. If you want to change it to plus, either way is fine. Okay? And even right here, if you want to go right to writing a 4 right there instead of writing 2 squared, go for it. No big deal. All right, example 2. In this graph, we have a point at 0, 2. There it is right there. Given a radius of 4, write the equation line. Well, we need to find where the center is, so we're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put a nice dot there, and then we're going to say our center is at negative 4, positive 2. And we're given the radius of 4, so this is pretty simple. We're ready to go again. X minus negative 4 squared plus y minus 2 squared. And again, you can write 4 squared, or if you want to go right to 16, you can. And this problem is perfectly acceptable to leave it this way. If you want to clean it up and put x plus 4 squared instead of the minus minus, that is okay also. Either one of these is acceptable because they are the same thing. Okay? So if you're just given a point in the radius, you got to find the center and then fill in your blanks. All right. Now we have 2 points. Now again, this could be a more complicated problem. You can have a point there and a point here. Be more work. But in this case, given that you have 2 points directly opposite of each other, you can just count to get everything you need. So I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The diameter is 6, which means my radius is 3. So if I count down again 3, 1, 2, 3, that puts my center right there at positive 4, negative 3. Now again, we would have to use the distance formula if they were like, not right opposite each other, like on a diameter or whatever. But like if I had here and here, something like that, you'd have to use the distance formula. If I knew those were the endpoints of the diameter, since I can't go count diagonally. But since these two are straight up and down, I can count. Or if they were this way, where I could count, it would be okay to just count. So, moving on. X minus 4 squared plus y minus negative 3 squared equals 3 squared, or just straight up 9. And again, if you want to clean it up, and change it to y plus 3, you're good to go.